Hey there, Cheesemeisters, and welcome back to the Peach Pod. That would have been Living in a Fantasy by the Rainbow Rasta Man, which I've never heard of. And it was playing at the end when David was like, I'm going to take some more drugs and sit in this radio booth and be like, look at how great everything is because I got my meth and orange juice. Weirdo.
Oh my God.
I'm Jeff, and I thought that it said a lot about the human condition, but it was also a good laugh. And joining me on the other end of the internet, my host.
I'm Leslie, and I'd like to play Aerosmith, but would you settle for Swanee River?
You know what that reminds me of? I'm sure that you're unfamiliar, but there's a bit on one of Steve Martin's albums, his stand-up albums, where I don't remember what the setup is, but it's like he's trying to sing Way Down Upon the Swanee River, but he sings a different song instead, like a couple of times. And it's like, and what he sings is Ain't She Sweet? So he's like, and I ask you very confidentially, way down upon the Swanee.
Oh my.
It's real weird. I don't know why, but the Swanee River is now associated for me forever with now ask you very confidentially.
Well, clearly you didn't watch the Lifetime Judy Garland biopic. I don't even think it was Lifetime, but clearly you didn't watch the Judy Garland made-for-TV biopic enough because I have the proper Swanee River stuck in my head.
Was this moment right now, that story that I just told about Steve Martin's stand-up special, the first time it occurred to you that I didn't watch that biopic?
No.
Because that should have, like, you maybe should have come to that conclusion a minute ago. Just based on everything that I've ever said.
True. Hey, there could have been a fluke, but no, that it's not the first time that I realized you probably did not watch Me and My Shadows.
No, I didn't even know that was called. Shouts to Judy Garland, I guess.
I probably watched it too much for a preteen.
Well, you know that. Look, we all learn about the dangers of drug use in our own media ways.
I mean, what a great tie-in! Someone very much struggling to find uppers and downers.
Yeah, that's a professional segue right there, kids. That's what I just did. Nailed it. This week, Cheesemeisters, we are talking about Season 4, Episode 16, Crunch Time, which is not about an extreme ab workout. Original air date, I like it, January 5th, 1994. We are in it now, kids. It is the year I graduate high school.
Wow.
That's really what's important. Did you throw up in your mouth or throw something this episode?
I was close, but not really. The moments I got close were whenever John Sears was going like aggro.
Yeah. A couple times he hulked out.
A couple times, which I thought, this doesn't make sense considering you did do it. So, right. And you feel very, you know what it read to me? It read to me as the actor was like, this is the last time. This is my audition for the next thing.
Right.
And then, I don't know. The Donna and David of it all was really making me sad and annoyed at the same time. I was like, oh God, I don't want to remember being that girl in a breakout.
Right. Yeah. It's neither one of them act in a way that I would recommend anyone act around other people.
No, it's just,
like they're both bad.
So clear they need a break. Yeah, they just need a break. They need a break from each other. Why they're not even having the full-on conversation yet of like, David, you need to leave.
Because Donna hasn't picked up on the hat.
She hasn't picked up on a lot.
I understand. But if she just understood the fundamentals here, that David is wearing a hat, that means he's on drugs. Like
every time?
What do you mean?
I've seen another photo where he's wearing a hat, and you said any. So
Oh,
it.
oh, there is a later season hat. In the Squash It episode, he wears a hat, and I don't remember if he's on drugs then or not.
Okay.
But it is. I mean, it's clearly a sign. This dude has never worn a hat before, and like, because I've been paying attention this watch
Okay.
because of my theory about how when David wears a hat, it's bad news.
Got it.
And he has not worn a hat yet, except for maybe he had one on in like the pilot or something when he's like driving. When he wore that football helmet when he was driving Steve's car, which was bad.
You could argue that anytime someone wears a hat in this show, because when Scott wears a hat, he gets into guns.
Mm-hmm.
When Brenda wears a hat, she leaves home.
It's hats are bad.
Hats are bad.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so when your boyfriend that you just broke up with, or he broke up with her because
He
she
broke up
wouldn't
with
tone
her.
him down. And so when your boyfriend who just broke up with you starts wearing a hat, I think maybe that's like a big flashing red sign, like beware, this is not good. And anything that he says while wearing that hat, you need to take with like, it's not just a grain of salt. You need to take Lot's wife with you, an entire pillar of salt,
Yes.
because this is not trustworthy behavior and sentiments. Because I'm Mrs. Nesbit. Look at the hat.
Oh my God.
Toy Story.
Got it. I was like, why was that a deeper cut than Lot's wife?
I don't know. It shouldn't have been, because that's one of my favorite lines from all of Toy Story.
Yeah, you're right.
Look at that.
Because you didn't do it in the same reading. I'm Mrs. Nesbit.
Look at that. And the other wonderful hat related moment is I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah. Anytime anyone else wears the hat. That's right. Look at that. So yeah, it's like she should know that whatever's going on with David is not to be trusted. Hat. So let's see what happens in this episode. It's finals week, which means everybody talks about the fact that it's finals week, and complains a lot while books are open.
Yes.
It's pretty much it. They got other stuff going on. None of this is about the academics except for Deshaun. Steve is he's stressing
Whining
about finals.
about keg still.
Yeah, things are rough in the keg house. Oh, things are uncomfortable in the keg house. I can't take in the keg house. He's off the hook for the Randall thing because the charges got dropped because Brandon went toe to toe with Randall, and he backed off because Brandon got that swag, and but everybody, Steve's like, I think they think I turned rat. And so it's uncomfortable around the keg house. But, he talked to his dad, and his dad said, don't make waves. But Steve is still like, I think maybe fuck these guys is my position. But buy me that moon pie because I got intramural volleyball later. And that is where I shine, especially if my partner is a racist lady with a bowly haircut on the beach. Shouts to Brooke. And so they go to the intramurals, and John Sears is freezing Steve out on the volleyball court. Doesn't let him play. Puts Muntz in instead. Muntz mid moon pie.
Looking at that moon pie, like I look at my dog.
Yeah. Do you love Muntz yet? Based on not yet. Okay, because I do. Because all he's done so far is basically watch Steve do push-ups and eat a moon pie, stick a moon pie in his pocket.
No, you know why I don't love him? Because I feel like they only put this guy in to be like, isn't he funny? And I'm like, he is doing jack shit.
I don't know. He's lovable. Muntz is lovable.
You can be lovable, but I'm still going to be questioning why you're there.
Because you got to have someone in the frat. Oh, guess what, Cheesemeisters?
No!
This head is too small for
No!
me. But now I'm on drugs. Man, this head is way too small for me. That's crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't want to
Don't
state
trust
the
anything I
obvious.
say. I'm on drugs.
I am a golden god, and I'm
Yeah,
on drugs.
this hat is amazing and how little it fits me. That's crazy. It's not my hat, but it doesn't fit. Oh, took it off. No more drugs.
Clean.
Yeah, clean and sober, baby. Um,
That was quick.
I know. Well, it's I'm like this is like season 1, Jeff, where all the problems get resolved in one episode. Not season 4, Jeff, where everything lasts for 5 or 6 and we have to deal with them for a while.
You didn't even keep it on long enough to start cleaning. You could have helped Laura immensely.
I've already done most of the cleaning. I handle
Well-
my shit before we sit down.
I know.
Don't even act like I did. I did the bathroom yesterday because that's what I do, and I already stripped the bed. What's up?
All right.
Mm-hmm. That's one more way I'm not like David Silver. I clean the house. So, and like real talk, this is the least amount of drugs I've ever been on when we do an episode. So,
Oh shit.
just caffeine here, Cheese Meisters. So yeah, so I can't believe you don't love Muntz already. But that's okay. Well, you'll get there. I mean, look, I don't know. I'm sure it wasn't in the script, but when Muntz puts the moon pie in his shirt pocket to go play volleyball, that's not a guy doing nothing. That's a guy doing everything with very little direction.
Of course. I'm not knocking the actor.
Right.
I'm knocking what is this character for?
Sure. I mean, I think Muntz this is what we wanted, I think, freshman year. Or not freshman year, this is what we wanted in high school. Where like there would be other people at the school that we recognized and were like other people that they go to class with and stuff. And the world has expanded, which is nice.
Yes.
You know, we're in college, it's a bigger world. And there were like 5 guys in Keg with lines this week. That's way better. It was Steve and John, and I don't think Muntz got did Muntz get a line? Yeah, because he asked if he could eat the moon pie.
Yeah.
Muntz gets a line, Mike Ryan gets a line, and Artie gets a line, at least. So like there are like the Keg house is filled with people, which is nice. Like, you know, one of them's John Sears and he can go fuck himself, but at least it's people. And they got enough people to not only to have an intramural volleyball team where Steve doesn't get to play, but also enough to do an entire blackball ceremony, which we're going to have to talk about.
Shout out to the extras signing in the background. Because, you know, again, more people talking, but unfortunately talking and not getting that extra pay cut that they so deserved. Because I would be like, I'm featured now. I said a line.
That's right. Well, you get a line. You get a line payment, right?
If you sign in the 90s?
I don't know. Who was signing? I didn't see people signing.
There were 2 extras in the background. So they were in front of... Who were they in front of? I forget who they were in front of talking and walking down the hallway, but like they're in the center of the frame and then move out and they're signing to each other.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
And I was
Good
like,
for
that's
guys.
cool.
That
But
is cool.
also negotiate up next time. Be like, I
That's
saw
right.
a line on screen. You were just too stupid to realize.
You just didn't notice. I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. No, it's true. I don't know. Some people have loud fingers.
That's true.
Oh, sorry. Coffee refill coming.
Oh, lucky.
I know. I have the best wife. She brings me drug guy hats. She brings me coffee. Thank you. Full up.
Let's have a cup of Nescafe.
You know what? Time to shout to Nicholas Pryor. Jim never has a second cup of coffee at home. In Airplane. Because that's Chancellor Arnold, you guys. And he's coming in a few weeks. We're going to meet Chancellor Arnold. Yay. Anyway, but in this episode, Steve, have you ever read Cask of Amontillado?
Yes.
Okay, it's one of my favorite Poe stories. but it starts out with Fortunato talking about the
I
like
hate
the
this
many
guy.
misfortunes that have been delivered upon him by this Jakov that he's going to go
Yeah.
steal on a wall, and he's like, but when he like I dealt with all this stuff, but when he insulted me in public, that was a bridge too far, right?
Yep.
That's not how it's written, but that's basically what it says. Steve is like, look, John Sears can try to fuck my high school girlfriend. John Sears can try to take advantage of a 15-year-old at Downey House. John Sears can set me up for getting arrested for stealing a baseball from Corey Randall, a man who could. Um, but when you put me on the bench in a volleyball game, that is a bridge too far, John Sears. And that was a breaking point for Steve.
It
Straw that
was.
broke the camel's back. He's like, that's it. We're going to the black ball ceremony. John Sears can fuck himself. And Steve has no plan. This is a terrible idea because like everyone knows John for 4 years, and sure, a lot of people think he's a douche nozzle, but like he's got John Sears got stroke, and Steve got nothing.
Yeah.
And the only way that John Sears fucks this up, we're sort of speeding through this whole part, but that's okay, whatever. Is he admits his guilt 4 seconds before the jury,
So
before the jury brings in
stupid.
their verdict. Yeah, John Sears, Jesus Christ, you're a moron. What did you learn in 4 years in the keg house with all your raping? You didn't learn how to cover anything up? Dear Lord.
You know what it is? He's gotten too accustomed to people believing him, and then he took it too far, and they were like, well, we've always believed you. Now we really
Yeah.
believe you.
Yeah, he learned for 3 years that he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But what he didn't know was that you can do whatever the fuck you want unless whatever the fuck you want runs in direct opposition to Steve fucking Sanders. Because that's a guy who can do whatever he wants with no consequences. Even if there are consequences, he still hits a half court shot and gives money to the Alvarado Street Youth Center and gets to graduate, no problem.
They've just replaced one monster with another.
Mm-hmm. That's what the keg house does. They, like it was, and to be honest, it was just like 4 months early. Like John was going to graduate, and then it was going to be Steve's place to defile, and now it's Steve's now. Mike Ryan's president, but Steve survived the blackball ceremony. But again, shouts to Muntz because I mean Mike turns the tide, but if Muntz doesn't follow with the second black ball, I still think Steve gets run.
Yeah, although I would have totally understood if people changed their minds again when Steve starts laughing, because I'd be like, you
Right.
arrogant piece of shit, this isn't over.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but they did. They just, I think what it is like it's one thing to follow the lead of your president, Mike Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a freshman, if you're Muntz, and you could align yourself with another freshman, which is like it's a good move, friends, and you're gonna be there for 4 years, or suffer the wrath of John Sears for the next 5 months, 4 or 5 months. That's a risk.
Yeah.
Like shit could get ugly for you if you go against John Sears and no one else follows you. Like Mike can handle it. Mike's a senior. Mike's got all the stroke he needs. He's graduating anyway.
Yeah.
But Muntz and the other freshmen they have something to lose if they care about Keg House, which why would you? But they do.
Yeah.
And so Muntz makes it okay for the other freshmen to go, we're sticking with Sanders. He's our asshole.
Yes.
Like Sanders is the hill we're going to die on. And they do. Blackball ceremony. And John Sears fucked right off.
And that's just one of many things that happens in this episode.
It is. That's just one storyline. You know who else fucks right off? Dan Rubin.
Yeah, did not expect that. I thought, what? he's just gone.
Yep.
I thought he liked making racist comments.
Now you can do it from afar because
The internet hasn't been invented yet.
no, but he can do it in his new dorm. He
Oh.
could be like, listen to this slang term for a Mexican person. What he did to my girlfriend currently is
She's,
doing, one assumes.
is she gonna start getting postcards that are from Dan, not signed by him, but it's just gonna be some racist comment? Like,
It'll just be like Speedy Gonzalez cartoons.
oh my
It'll
god.
just be like little sombreros that he's sending in the mail. Just real childish bullshit.
Good
Yeah, I think
god.
that feels like the Dan Rubin move. But Andrea and Jesse are taking a silence break so they can focus on their studies. They're the only ones who are like, you know what matters? Finals. Um, so they're doing it. They're doing their finals until the end and she's like all verklempt about it the whole time. He hasn't calling. Well, and Brenda's like, you know, that's what you guys agreed to, right? And Andrea's like, I know, but I'm a girl.
She's just acting out the Dorothy Parker story about like he hasn't called. Why hasn't he called? Maybe I'll sit her on the phone. Wait, why hasn't he called? He's gonna call,
Yeah.
right? He's you know what? I'll pretend to do stuff. I'm gonna do stuff, so I'm not thinking about the phone. Oh, wait, no, why isn't he calling?
Uh-huh. That's what happens. And that's what Andrea does the whole time until Jesse breaks into her room. Talks his way in.
That's romantic.
It is. This new RA should probably be fired because she's letting dudes into girls' rooms. Like that's she's never met Andrea and she's never met Jesse. And
Did
she's
you
like,
not? Did you not go to the Take Back the Week episode?
right, bad things can happen. Not if it's a good guy who once helped a girl,
Oh,
but
sure.
you know, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe the tides are turning for men at West Beverly. Like we had all those things that women wouldn't let men do before. Now, if you just smile a little bit and you like talk lawyer, like girls will just let you in anywhere. It doesn't matter. You're good.
Wow.
And so Jesse's like, I'm here in your bedroom. Go, give me a hug.
Isn't this cute?
Isn't it cute? And Donna's over there like, I guess I'll go now. No one wants to talk to me. I'm Donna.
Yeah.
Because Donna's been having a rough week. Everything's good with Andrea and Jesse. They're having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
It's the whole story. But Donna is she still lives with David even though he broke up with her, and that's rough. And David, as we've discussed, is now wearing a hat.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a drug hat. And he's
He
also
finally cares about classes.
he does. He's trying to get his all these classes I haven't gone to all year. Howard, how can I do the radio show and live with the girlfriend I broke up with because she wouldn't bone me down, and take all my finals for these classes I haven't attended? And Howard says, "Have you heard of crystal meth?"
Okay.
Yep. What
Just,
was your reaction to "Have you heard of crystal meth"? Because that kind of comes out of nowhere.
I'm going to act it out for you right now.
Okay, do it. Uh-huh.
I went,
Yep.
we're just going straight to meth.
Yep.
What happened to gateway drugs?
Well, no, with gateway drug is the radio, apparently.
Oh my god, yeah, I was so caught off guard.
Mm-hmm. And he's also like, here's how you take meth. You mix it in some orange juice and you drink it on down.
Super confused. I mean, I didn't think he was going to immediately jump to injection because I don't
Right.
think people jump to that. But you know,
Or smoking, you know. Which
I thought smoking or you know.
Yeah, I don't look, cheese meisters. I've never taken meth. I don't know what the deal is, but I did Google, do people really mix meth and orange juice? And the Google result was not, as it should have been, a big old picture of David Silver, because that's like, it literally just should have been that. Like, of course they do. See this guy. And also subheading Howard.
Oh god.
But Google seems to think it's not the most efficacious way to take this drug, because it takes too long to get into your system that way. And I'm not going to tell you how to take meth, cheese meisters. but Google doesn't seem to think it's the best way to do it. Even though they're like, there are better ways to take meth. I don't
Well,
know. Shame on you, Google.
see, now that makes me really mad for a storyline because the whole point is that he's supposed to like feel it pretty quickly and get through the show.
Right. Yeah. No, it has to go through your whole digestive system. It's like taking an edible and how that hits different
A few
than
hours
smoking
later,
something.
sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's because it has to, like, the other stuff goes directly into your bloodstream through your lungs. Like, that's science, everybody.
Yeah.
Um, Not telling you how to do drugs.
I know
Not
what you're
my
talking about. I'm not
place.
going to tell you how to do meth.
No, I'm not. Look, if you wanna do math, I say don't. Like, I think that, like, we've seen Breaking Bad. It's bad. It's no good.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, don't do math.
There's
Edict.
edict. There, go to weed first. It's not
Yes,
gonna do. It's
and
not
stay
gonna
there.
keep you up. Yeah, do
Right.
weed and stay there.
Yeah, weed's great.
Um, you know what? If you really need to be up, drink a lot of iced coffee very quickly.
Sure.
Are you gonna crash and
Hi.
feel it? Yes, but you're gonna have less of a downer.
Right.
I imagine. Again, have not done this, but you know, when I was taking B12 injections, some family members thought I was then going to learn how to take heroin, and I'm like,
Oh,
not the same,
good.
not the
Gateway
same
drug.
area. Oh
B12.
my god, so stupid.
Vitamins are a gateway drug. That's why Fred Flintstone should be ashamed of himself.
It's when you
Well,
learn how to use needles and you're an artist. Apparently, that's what is really freaky to people.
yeah, well, you can't do that. Yeah, it's I don't know. I lost my drug related train of thought, but it's they oh this is what I thought that this is your gateway drug to orange juice and crystal meth, which apparently is not a real thing. 90210. I don't know. Maybe it is.
Of course,
What do
it's
we know?
not. Why did we think they were going to be
But
giving us a real thing?
you know what people? Yeah, I know they take Euphoria. There's a guy with a big 4 on his shirt. Um, uh, you know what people did when they wanted to stay up all night and study when I was in college?
Coffee.
The people I knew, not even coffee.
Oh, Adderall.
No dose. They would take caffeine pills. Do you
Oh
not know no dose?
no, I don't. I only
Yeah, I
know
think it
about
was
caffeine pills from
from
what's her
Jesse.
name? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's what you do. You in your dorm room before you go and do showgirls.
See, in my time, and I did not do this because I respect other people's meds. It was Adderall.
That was later.
Okay.
Because when I was in
Well,
high
yeah.
school, there wasn't a lot of Adderall going on. There wasn't a lot
Mhm.
of ADHD diagnoses and stuff like that. So I'm not even sure Adderall existed. It probably did. But you know what? Ritalin definitely existed because Wayne sometimes would tell Garth to take his Ritalin. Yeah, take your Ritalin.
Oh.
Take your Ritalin. Relax. Calm down. So it was definitely a thing. But people who were trying to get through finals week would take no dose or caffeine pills, not crystal meth and orange juice. Although I will recommend to literally everybody the season 1 finals episode of Felicity, where Noel drinks some like beet juice vitamin cocktail, and it turns out he's kind of allergic to beet juice and has the funniest, like, he storms into the quiet room where everyone's supposed to be studying quietly, and he's like whisper yelling at Felicity about like how she shouldn't be liking him, she should be liking me, and he's super strung out on crazy beet juice, but like, and everyone's going shh, and he's like,
Ouch.
and it's such a funny scene of him like losing his mind on whatever this beet juice cocktail thing was. That's what David should have done. Beet juice and no dose, not crystal meth and orange juice. Crystal meth, motherfucker, that's crazy.
That is crazy. And why you
Yeah.
thought that was okay or normal is beyond me. And like, I mean, do I look back at my younger self who pulled during the one all nighter that she pulled in college and her big ass iced tea from McAllister's fondly?
Ooh.
Yes, I do. That's adorable. That's all you
Right.
needed.
Yeah. That it would get you where you needed to be. But no, David needs orange juice and meth. It just, this show is preposterous and I love it.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I really did like it. I went, this is nuts, but I kind of need this because otherwise David's just an asshole, and
Uh-huh.
I need a more prominent reason for his friends to realize he's an asshole.
Did you see the hat?
Yeah.
Because what other reason do you need? Dude's wearing a hat. David is super off the rails. Like from the minute this episode starts, he's a grumpus, looking for his Cliff Notes and angry at Shakespeare. Which, you know, to be honest,
Well,
who
you
amongst
should
us?
be.
Yeah, who amongst us hasn't been angry at Shakespeare? But then Howard's like, "All right, here's your crank." And then David is like, I mean, shouts to Brian Austin Green for this performance because he is dialed up to 15. He's got so much energy in every scene, and he is like, Donna's a moron because David has never acted this way before. He's never had this much energy in his life. Like, even when he was switching it up, even when he's dancing down the hallway with headphones in, getting ready to see Kelly naked,
Yep.
David has never had this much pep. And go ahead.
No, I was just thinking because like you said, Donna is a moron, and I mean it ever since her parents almost caught them and
Uh-huh.
the denial she has been living in. I don't think they're going to deal with this, but Donna has just been off. She has
Uh-huh.
been in delusion land. Like she does not
Yeah.
want to deal with her. And I think that you know that's probably why I got very close to throwing up in my mouth a little this episode because it reminded me a lot of how I feel people must have perceived me in high
Mm,
school and college because I definitely had people be like, she seems too nice to be real. Like, no.
mm,
Or not even too nice, but too happy.
gotcha.
And I feel like I'm just wondering now, like, was I as delusional as Donna? Maybe. But she just seems so buried deep far
Uh-huh.
away from reality. And I don't think they're
Yes.
going to deal with it. And I wish they would because I think there's something there.
Yeah. Because she is like, David comes in and is like, "Did you hear my thing? But did you? I said a thing." And she's like, "Dude, I was asleep. Finals week." And he's like, but she keeps wanting to talk about us, and without realizing, wearing a hat, and uh, and she's like, and he's like, "Everything's gonna be fine." And Donna is like, in her broken little twisted little brain, is like, "Oh, we just got back together, me and the dude wearing a hat who lives in David's room." And then like he comes back and he's all, and she walks with him to his room and she's like, "Your problems are my problems, David. How can I help?" And he's like, "Fuck right off. That's how you can help." And she's like, "Oh."
Oh, Eeyore the whole time.
Yeah. And then she like goes sits by the fireplace and like listens to him play music and, "Well, I know where he is at least. Should I get a boob job and dye my hair?" Which, by the way, are two things that Donna
She will
does
do.
eventually. Yeah, she
Wait,
100% gets what
Donna actually, I mean, I know Tori gets a boob
Tori
job,
does.
but I
So
didn't
all of a
realize that
sudden,
was.
Donna has bigger boobs. It's not a story point. It's just,
Oh,
oh
okay.
shit! Now you got a bat cave going on here, Donna.
Girl, you already had big boobs. Like,
She doesn't. No, she has small boobs. She has nice little tiny boobs. They're fine. They're nice.
then what are mine?
I don't know. Put a bat cave in there. Solve your problems. Dye your hair. Get some tits.
I don't have that kind of money. It's gonna have to be sock drawer.
Okay, well, I mean, lumpy tits, whatever.
It's whatever. I got a man, so it's supposedly I don't have to care anymore.
That's right. Let yourself go. It's fine. Um, you know, you don't have to dye your hair and get tit job anymore. But Donna's
No, I
worried
cut my
about it.
hair.
Right. And you did it. It's halfway there. Um, So yeah, Donna's having a whole thing. She doesn't know what's going on, and David, and it's all bad. Kelly doesn't get to leave the apartment this week. I guess she goes to Dylan's once, so that she can be there
Oh yeah.
for the keyboard jam sesh. Dylan is hooked by Erica. Loves having himself a little sister. Buys her a shitty little Casio keyboard that she plays when the Saints come marching in and way down upon the swan. And she's like, if you get another, I didn't even realize this the first time I watched it this week, but when she's like, if you get a second keyboard, we can have a jam session. He's like, bet. And then later on, he actually does it.
Yeah, I saw that.
And like, here's what a good girlfriend Kelly is, and what a good friend Donna or Brenda is. He says, hey, come to my house and watch me jam with an 11-year-old on shitty keyboards. And they're like, we will sing along. Like, somebody bet on the bay. You know what I'm saying? It is Camptown Races Stephen Stinking Foster is what it is.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, this was not Frederick fucking Chopin.
No.
Yeah, Tombstone callback, everybody. But Dylan all the way hooked in with Erica and Suzanne, and wants to give Suzanne some starter cash. But Jim is like, can you just do me a favor and get her so I can run a background check? Because you don't know anything about this woman.
And she loses it.
She does kind of lose it when he brings it up. But Erica is like, don't worry. I stole it.
Yeah.
And Dylan's like, cool, this can't possibly cause any problems. So I'm just going to take this Social Security card and do with it what Jim Welsh tells me. And so, like, that's where we end up at the end of the episode, right? Oh, fuck, I forgot the other thing. Deshaun goes down.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. So Brandon is still tutoring Deshaun, which is not something that we knew. But we are given this information in a wonderful little two-hander between him and Steve, where Steve's like, why are you looking at me all stink-eye? And Brandon's like, because it's your fault I got to do this. And I'm like, good for you, Brandon.
Yep.
And so Brandon's tutoring Deshaun, but Deshaun seems to be refocused because his sister is not the girlfriend, but the twin, Natasha. That's a fucked up piece of dialogue they had to deliver there. I didn't like it.
No.
But she's, you know what I like about Deshaun is he just says stuff and then he says, you understand?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it's a weird way of saying, you know what I'm saying? Which is like the way people talk, including Butters. Yes, I know what you are saying. That's South Park. It was wonderful. Butters meets some gang members and they keep saying, you know what I'm saying? And Butters like, yes, I know what you are saying. Like every time. It's cute. But Deshaun is like, my twin sister is working minimum wage at a tire factory. You understand? And then later on, he's like something else. They're not gonna draft me in the first round. You understand? I was like, yeah, we understand, Deshaun. We get it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good. It's, you know what? Good comprehension check. Thank you. We like that. But yeah, the twin sister told Deshaun, study or you're going to be in the tire factory or whatever. And so Brandon's like, all right, let's get this done. Shoots it. But then Deshaun blows out his knee and is, look, you're not going to lose your tutor second semester, Deshaun. You're on scholarship. Like they will rehab you. You're fine. Like that's not going to happen. But I understand it's a much realer deal in 1994 that if you blow your ACL, people might see you as damaged goods.
Fuck.
Now the surgery and the rehab and all of that stuff, an ACL tear used to be like a full year out. Like it was a bad injury. It took a long time to come back from. Now an ACL tear is like half that time.
Okay.
Like the surgery is you know much more effective. The rehab is like they just know what they're doing now in ways they didn't 30 years ago. So Deshaun's right to be like, this this could really fuck me up. But on the plus side, he's got Brandon Walsh in his corner telling him how important sociology is. So, and being willing to yell at a grown-up again. Brandon being Brandon.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Just okay, we got to get into what I think this episode's really about then.
Perfect.
Really
Let's do it. What do you think this episode is really about?
Everyone is way over involved in each other's shit. Like, it's too close for comfort. And I'll start with Brandon. Because
okay,
not to say that Brandon can't give a shit about Deshaun or what conspiracies are happening between the school and the sports department.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's fine. But also, get the fuck off your high horse. One, you're a student, and whatever you think you know, you still don't really know or understand.
Mm-hmm.
And you just sound like an arrogant asshole going like, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. And be like, well, what's going to happen to Deshaun whenever he can't do this thing and this thing when all you all have done is ramp sports? Please get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Like, way too involved.
Mm-hmm.
Just way too involved. The DJ, way too involved.
Yeah.
Howard.
Yep.
Yeah. Howard is way too involved to just suddenly be like, hey, you want meth? Meth.
Yeah.
Meth.
Treat me like a drug dealer. Here's some meth. But you got to pay for it. I'm not a drug dealer.
Yeah. Like, buddy, you got in deep because you wanted to, and now you're mad about it.
Yeah.
You know, this is your employee.
Right. In Howard's defense, nobody likes a moocher.
Fair, but then don't offer it.
Right. No, I agree.
Or he should have said, okay, I'm going to give you a hit of this stuff, but if you ever want more of it, you need to go to these people, and this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
Like,
talk to my boy 8-Ball.
Sure.
Because you know your drug dealer has a nickname. Come on. And it's probably a drug-related nickname with a number, like the guy who wears the 4 on his shirt.
Kingpin. I don't know.
Yeah, something. You gotta have a nickname.
Suzanne is... Well, Dylan is way too involved with Suzanne and Erica already. Mm-hmm. And, like... Okay, I still can't figure out what is going on there. I have thoughts. Like, clearly Suzanne is up to something because she reacts way too strongly. She does the gaslighting thing of, well, why don't you just take my fingerprints then? Oh, you are just like your father.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am? Can I call you ma'am? I'm calling you ma'am because fuck you. I have been giving you a place to stay without question. I have been giving you free childcare.
I bought 2 Casios.
I have been kind. So kindly, again, please kindly and politely get out of my face.
Right.
Because I'm offering you something, and to offer you that thing, I definitely need to make sure you're not scamming me. Is that a problem for you? Well, then I guess you can go back to the flood. Have fun.
Yep.
Like, I don't even care how mean I sound right now, because this is all making me mad. Like, the arrogance of everyone in this episode. And I totally feel like Suzanne is just going to leave Erica.
Okay.
And I don't even think that that's correct. There's clearly something I'm missing, and it's going to be like the Jack McKay thing again, wherein it's not that much. It's, we're going to build this thing up, and it's, Stuart once hung out with drug dealers and strippers.
Sure. Yeah.
Haven't we all? And Donna's way too involved in David. I know it's post-breakup, and that's typical. You know, you lose someone, and you're like, well, I just want to know how you're doing. Can we talk? Can we talk?
Right.
I need time. It's been 5 minutes. Can we talk?
Is that enough time? Yeah.
I get it. Especially because you're still living together. So boundaries are getting blurred. But yeah, everyone is way too involved in each other this episode. And it drove me a little nuts.
I don't blame you. I think one of the things this episode is really about is don't live with people after you have fucked them over.
Yeah.
Because we got Andrea living right next to Dan Rubin. It's a bad idea. It's gone terribly. It's good he's left. We got Steve living in the keg house and dealing with all these fuck nuts. And I'm not, obviously John Sears did it, but um, Steve, not for nothing, he did kind of stop John from doing the thing he likes most, which is statutory rape. And when you do that to somebody, you got to expect them not to be happy. And John Sears is not happy. David and Donna still living together. Bad news. It's just like you're too close. There's two things at the beach apartment. There's three things in the beach apartment that shouldn't be there this week. Because I don't think they'd been there. Two of them had never been there before, and one of them should go home now. One of them is the kitchen table that they were eating at. Never seen that before. And they had two scenes at that table. Like we got a table, let's use it twice. And a fucking fireplace. You got a fireplace in there that I've never noticed. That was full blown crackling.
The fireplaces in this episode lead me to believe they really wanted us to know things are heating up,
or that it's just chilly out.
Okay,
it is January.
Does it really get cold enough in LA to warrant the use of a fireplace?
Probably not that much, but in January, potentially, theoretically, it could. I guess.
Cheese Meisters in LA. I'm gonna need confirmation. Please write in.
Let us know. You ever lit your fireplace in January when you're up at 4 a.m. listening to your boyfriend's radio show while he's doing meth and wearing a hat?
Do you even have a fireplace? Somehow I feel like in LA also that's going to be like, no, we can't risk that.
Yeah. Do you even fireplace, bro?
Oh my God.
I know, right? And the other thing that shouldn't be there anymore is David. Like, this is bad. Like, I understand you don't have a place to go, but maybe don't dump your girlfriend.
That's the problem I have with this episode. The only people who may actually have nowhere else to go are Suzanne and Erica. Everyone else has parents.
Yeah.
Everyone else has other friends with a house.
Yeah.
You all have someplace to go.
Yep. I just wish David had thought it through a little bit. Like, if I break up with Donna for any reason at all, I should have an exit plan. Like, I should be prepared to move out.
That would require David to think, and he doesn't do that.
He doesn't do that.
Except about himself.
He have a lot about the radio show and the fall of society or whatever. I don't know what he was talking about.
He's got some dark shit in the dark web of his brain.
Yeah, he was Googling shit before Google, and he's like, "Oh, conspiracy theory."
Oh God!
You know what helped me figure it out? Meth.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I like that. Good job.
Thank you.
I think one of the things this also might have been about is, and obviously Suzanne and Dylan, they maybe shouldn't live together.
No.
The capital I importance of intramural sports. Like, what the actual fuck with this thing? Like, I get it. Intramural sports is an important part of college, so you should have that as part of your show. But Steve is like, he really cares about this shit, like a lot. And it is the straw, as we discussed. It's the moon pie that broke Muntz's pocket. It is too much with the intramural. Steve says to Brandon, "Do you want to come and watch my intramural sports game?" And Brandon rightfully says, "I do not." That does not sound entertaining to me. Also, I have to study. Plus, I've seen you play volleyball. It's fine.
Nothing to write home about, Steve.
No, we're going to play with Brooke again? I'll go watch that. There's nothing I like. Look, I like volleyball. I love beach volleyball. I super love beach volleyball with a racist. So, but you don't have all you have is volleyball. And so I only like volleyball. That's, keg volleyball. But yeah, they're putting a lot of importance on this. Like Steve's really willing to burn down his life.
Because he doesn't get to play. What a child.
I know, he's such a fucking baby. And that's what happens, not for nothing, when you're a freshman coming in.
You know what, Steve? Sometimes you just got to be grateful you were invited. Did anyone ever throw the frisbee to me in Ultimate Frisbee? No, but they were nice enough to invite me, and I got to run around and pretend like I was going to get to play.
Yeah, there's a reason you were open, Leslie. They didn't think you could catch it, so they weren't going to guard you. It's fine.
And you know what? That's okay. That is
They were right.
okay. I am sad about my lack of athletic ability, but
Mhm.
it is what it is.
Yeah, they were. I mean, and also there's just like there's a pecking order in these things, and freshmen like they're at the bottom unless you come in and you're a superstar. And if you are a superstar freshman, you're probably on the real volleyball team, not the intramural volleyball team.
Yeah.
The intramural teams are for those of us who were mediocre high school athletes and just like playing. And
Yeah.
we also probably take it too seriously because we've only ever played sports for real. So you think it's like, oh, this matters. But it doesn't. It's silly intramurals. It's supposed to be fun. Calm down. Um, what do you think about this black ball ceremony? Do you think this is real? Do you think
No.
fraternities do these black ball ceremonies like this?
I'm sure they do something like it, but no, this seemed fake.
Yeah, like it's either made up and stupid or real and real stupid. Like if this is how fraternities actually function, and they might because I never was involved in one because again, I don't think they're worth it. But if this is how they settle disputes when one person physically assaults another in front of three people, they're like, blackball time. We're going to get rid of the kid who got choked on the pool table and not in a way he wanted to be.
Please just go back to duels.
That'd be fun. Yeah,
Honestly,
blackball.
please just go back to duels.
Uh huh. Or
Because
have a 9-ball tournament. You got a pool table.
because the sound that that ball made in each bowl, I was like, this is laughable.
Yeah, it's very silly. They try to build a lot of drama out of it's a
Nothing.
nonsensical ceremony. Like, does anyone in the room other than Artie, Mike, and Keith and John and Steve know what they're talking about?
No.
Like, does anybody even know why they're there? Oh, we just got to choose which one we like. One of these guys is going to get kicked out. I was studying for trig all week. What are we doing? Why do I
Yeah.
put my tie on tonight? And also, why do you have to get dressed up for the black ball ceremony? Make it like I don't know.
Where's Wyatt Russell when you need him to come down in his robe and
Ah,
bong?
come on. I'd like that. That'd be better. If one guy just was like, there's your black ball. I'm going to go back up and drink some crystal meth and orange juice. Dear Lord. Anything else this episode might really have been about, other than obviously when people wear hats, they're up to no good?
The last thing I could think of was the fact that I feel like there is a sentiment expressed that we need each other. You don't see this from everyone,
Oh,
but you
yeah.
do see it throughout. Like Dylan is clearly desperate for family because in
Hmm.
his mind, and then in the 90s, you think that only blood can be your family.
Sure.
And that's not true.
Right.
Uh, Steve needs his friends,
Hmm.
mostly to get him out of scraps and to love him and make him feel like a good boy.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh,
Poor Steve.
yeah, because the people he keeps choosing, because of a legacy or some shit,
Hmm.
aren't loving him and choosing him.
Yeah. David totally blew me off in the quad earlier today.
I know. Do you realize how low Steve has to feel to give a shit about
I
David
know.
blowing him off? Like,
Yeah, like this kid, like the one that like you only talk to because your mom thought his dad wasn't a dentist.
yeah.
The tables have turned, Steve Sanders. Now you're
Deshaun needs
begging.
Brandon.
He does. Yeah.
He
Especially now that he's been injured and needs a study buddy.
yeah. Yeah. I
Mhm.
I have nothing else for that other than Deshaun. I think you can do better, but there's clearly something more gonna happen, and part of me wondered if like, okay, are we gonna meet Natasha and Brandon's gonna date her? That seems a little
Right.
like setup-y or something.
Right.
So I don't know. And also like you just I know you and Emily have probably an open thing set up because also that would be boring for this series. Like, oh, Brandon's off the market.
Right.
This cute little slice of cake over here is going to be off the market. No
Hmm.
touching. They're not going to do that.
No tasting.
Oh my god. So yeah,
Slice of cake.
we need each other.
Yeah,
We.
we do. Um, and here's what I like about the Deshaun and Brandon thing. Um, I like that it has moved past the first storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Like that we didn't just get Deshaun to come in, do this one thing where he threatens Brandon and Lucinda and wants him to take his test for him. And then after that is resolved, no more Deshaun. Because that's a positively finger popping kind of move. And I don't want that. I want it to seem like there are people at this school that I know. And like I've made this new friend, he's a weirdo. Like he keeps trying to use me and make me take his test for him and stuff and threatens my livelihood. But like I still kind of like him. I kind of like
Yeah.
Deshaun if I'm Brandon. Like he's my buddy. And now we're gonna keep on whatever. Like I'll continue to talk to you and whatever, even if I don't have to tutor you. I like that their relationship has gone past the initial relationship.
And the fact that Deshaun has, I would say, evolved on his own.
Mhm.
Like he was becoming more serious before this injury happened, and now this injury has happened, and maybe because Brandon has shown that he is not trying to take advantage of Deshaun or just use him for his sports ability, like maybe there is something special in Deshaun's eyes about Brandon and this relationship. So like, yeah, I'm thrilled that he's still there. I also really like the actor.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I'm just curious. I'm curious. I'm curious where it's going.
Yeah. I want to see if Brandon is hard.
Hard.
Yeah. Okay. What did this make you nostalgic for?
Okay, I had a tough time with this episode, trying to think of what it made me nostalgic for, and then I thought of something.
Okay.
There was, I think this was spring of my junior year. I was
Okay.
in Anything Goes, and I also had a lighting project due because it wasn't so when you're in acting major, theater and drama major, you have to take each of the design courses. So like set design, lighting
Sure.
design, costume design, so that you're a well-rounded person and not an asshole.
Right.
And maybe you respect what other people do in this business.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
lighting
by the
is a
business, you
notorious,
mean the industry?
of course,
Yeah. Okay. Good.
but
Just want to be
lighting is
clear.
a notoriously difficult class.
Sure.
And I wish I had tried harder in it now for many reasons. But my best friend then and still now was also notoriously good at lighting to the point where he had helped many people with their final lighting project.
Mm.
And so, I always overbooked myself each semester and then would be in shows on top of it. So we decided, like, after Friday and Saturday nights shows, we would stay up as late as I could handle and work on that project.
Hmm.
And the lighting project was you had to create a lighting grid for a show called The Zoo Story. It's an hour-long show. It's two people, very simple. And I remember picking up my best friend, went back to my house. We stayed up late. I snacked so that I would stay awake. Wasn't drinking
Yeah.
coffee at the time. Yeah, sadly, no meth. But
Mwah, mwah.
I feel and I tell him this all the time, but I'm very lucky that he is still my best friend because I know I got very cranky to the
Sure.
point where I think the second night I went, to be clear, I think we stayed up until, I can't even remember, 2, 3, or 4 a.m. Very
Mm.
late. And I was also then taking him back to his apartment.
Mm.
Um, and I got super snarky, as you would do if you were performing and then also working on a project until the wee hours of the morning.
Tired and cranky is the thing.
And yeah, I just got to the point where it's like, Matt, I don't fucking care. We just got to finish this bitch.
Mhm. Yep. Finals weeks are tough sometimes.
They're so tough. And then when you're doing extracurriculars that are part of your major on top of it, and granted, did I have to do these shows? No, but I wanted to
Mhm.
because I wasn't in the BFA program, and the fact that I was getting into a musical was a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
But
BFD,
yeah.
not a BFA.
Oh, thank you.
I know. How about that?
How about it?
Good
So
game.
as wild a time as it was, and everything, I do look back on that fondly because again, I'm still
Mhm.
best friends with this person, and we can laugh about it now, thankfully.
Yeah, you survived. And neither one of you had to blow your knee out. So,
And that would have been a show that I very well could have done that because it was a dance heavy show.
well, good. I'm glad you did. Good for your knees.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I could come up with lots of different stories about doing things during finals week, mostly playing euchre. But I think what this made me nostalgic for was being on terrible intramural teams.
Nice.
I don't remember how much intramural I played at IU. A little bit, but I played on one of the worst intramural basketball teams my freshman year of college. We were terrible. There were two of us who seemed to be any good at basketball, and like each of us averaged 20 points a game or slightly more. But that meant that our whole team scored about 46 points.
Oh my.
So, and we had a poor Dwight. We had this guy on our team, 6'6", athletic, maybe the worst basketball player I've ever seen. I mean, he was terrible. And like we would get our bells rung. Every game we lost by 25, 30 points. It was terrible. And we would go back to the dorm, Adam and I, and try to figure out how we could win the next game because we were taking this shit seriously. Because we had played high school sports, and like you want to win the game, and you try to game plan and think through. And what if we tried this? And what if we are fools? Like trying to game plan our way to intramural success on a team with two at best slightly above mediocre basketball players and three people on the team who were just there because they thought it might be fun to run around a little bit.
Wow.
We were awful and delusional, and like I have such fond memories of how stupid we were about it. Just like the conversations we would have about how to get the most out of Dwight or something. It was so
Brilliant.
dumb. We were bad. Because the intramurals are stupid and they're fun. They're supposed to be fun, but people take things seriously when they shouldn't. And that's what it makes me nostalgic for. Yeah. Who is your Steve Sanders Memorial worst person of the episode? Inventor of the Casio keyboard?
No,
Oh.
not at all. Although that was not a trumpet.
No, that did not sound.
I'm torn because on the one hand, Sears is Sears, but Sears was Sears. Like, what did I expect?
Right.
Howard sucks for giving David meth. Like, really? There wasn't another option.
In his defense, he did try to also give him downers.
And I was thankful for that because that although his friends would have been able to pick up on it sooner, although I'm kind of surprised at how quickly people picked up, but it made sense who picked up on it.
He's wearing a hat. I mean, what the fuck, everybody?
Do you just meet people in hats and go, are you on drugs?
I'm deeply suspicious now. Yeah, of course. I've seen this.
I've worn hats. How you've never asked me if I've
because you don't have to ask, you just know.
Wow.
You just know, this person wearing a hat, no good.
Wow. All right.
Look, try to watch this show and not learn something. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna say Sears.
Okay.
Yeah. He sucks. He's awful.
He does suck.
Like how aggro he gets, how it's so awful. Yeah. I can't even speak.
I don't think I've told this story yet. about how I met John Sears.
What?
Yeah, I met him IRL. I was in Las
He
Vegas.
cool?
He was really nice. Yeah. Um, I was in Las Vegas playing. I was just on vacation doing Las Vegas shit, and we were playing poker at I think it was Caesar's Palace, and I was at one table. There was another trip to Vegas where Adam played for hours with AJ Soprano.
Oh wow.
Like played at the same table with AJ Soprano. Said he was a nice guy. Um, Robert Eiler. Anyway, I got up to go to the bathroom and I come back and there's fucking John Sears not sitting at my table, but sitting at one of the other tables. And I couldn't remember Paul Johansson. I couldn't remember his name. But I was walking by and I didn't want to interrupt him. I didn't want to be whatever. But I walked by and I was like, John Sears, fucking cool. And he stood up and he reached out, he shook my hand, introduced himself, and I was like, whatever. So it was a real quick, he went back to his game, I went back to mine. But like I walked past him, I was like, John fucking Sears. And so yeah, I met John Sears.
Awesome. No, yep. I mean, I was about to be like, he seems like a cool guy. No, I have no idea because he did a really good job.
Yeah, he was a dick in this. And
oh my god!
Like you obviously haven't watched One Tree Hill.
No.
Yeah, he plays the dad in One Tree Hill.
He's got to be a dad at that point.
He's a dad at that point, but it's only 5 years after this. Like he goes from being at CU to like 5 years later being a father of a high school student, which is probably more age appropriate. Let's be real.
That's wild.
But he's a dick in that show too. Like he plays a super good dick. Yeah. But anyway, I met John Sears in real life.
Get that money though, because
yeah, I agree. Get it. And Paul Johansson was nice to me when I met him. So shouts to Paul Johansson.
Cool.
Yeah, even though John Sears fucking sucks, dude. And on the back of your performance, this dude is a dick. So you did it. Nice job. My worst person is David because even before he took the drugs, he was wearing that hat and being an asshole.
Yeah.
And he just got worse. Like the drugs didn't make him an asshole. They just highlighted his assholeness.
That was the struggle with this episode. Anyone I was annoyed with, I had previously been annoyed with, and I was tired of being annoyed with them because they're clearly not going to change anytime soon. Although I guess Sears is gone. But yeah, David is being an asshole, and I kind of need his ass handed to him.
Yep. Well, I mean, he's still on drugs. Like, that did not stop. This episode ends with David going, I like drugs. Here's some Rasta music.
I know. He did the thing that people always do of, like, you take it and then, like it's immediately hitting. And it's like, it's not, but I get it. You're relaxed because you know it's going to hit soon.
Yeah. Problem solved. You got your fix, dude. All right. I think we got there. I think we got to the end of Crunch Time.
Good.
Yay for us. So join us here on Friday, Cheesemeisters, when we are going to watch a movie about the radio. And maybe meth. I don't know. I've never seen this movie. Neither one of us has seen it. It's an Oliver Stone joint, which, we've done one of those already. We watched The Doors. So we're going to see where we land with this Oliver Stone one that neither one of us has seen. It's called Talk Radio. So, you know us. We're going to make this fucking delightful.
We made Fallen delightful.
We did.
Made Grease 2 delightful. Like
Grease 2 starts delightful. I mean, that thing's a fucking mess. Let's do it for our country. I got your pistol right here.
We're going to score tonight.
It's a movie about bowling, y'all. And I mean, how do you think balling. That's not great? That's right. Bowling and balling in the fallout shelter. Thank you for your service, Grease 2. And then join us here next week when we talk about season 4, episode 17, Thicker Than Water, which is obviously about blood and blood relationships, apparently family, maybe intravenous injection of meth. I think David just keeps on with the orange juice. I don't think he escalates to like straight up smoking it, but Um, I don't know. Walter White could be involved. But until then, Cheesemeisters.
Bye.
Bye.